Hey, yo, guys, what's up? It's your boy here. Wanted to do my SummerSlam review. I wanted to do it. I kind of thought about doing it on Sunday, but I wanted to wait to watch Raw and SmackDown to kind of see like the directions that they'll be going post SummerSlam. But I just want to give my quick thoughts on SummerSlam. I went at SummerSlam with low expectations, and thank God that I did because I kind of ended up enjoying SummerSlam uh, better than I did. It wasn't the best pay per view, or should I say the best SummerSlam, but it definitely was one of the better pay per views I think we've gotten this year from WWE. I think SummerSlam was a better pay per view than WrestleMania. I've seen a lot of people's reaction to it saying that this year's SummerSlam was the best SummerSlam we've had in the last 5 years. I don't know about that. 2015 SummerSlam says hello. So does 2013 SummerSlam. But I'm just saying, I thought it was a good show, entertaining show. There were some things I liked, some things I didn't. Key things I want to talk about: Rollins versus Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler for the IC title. I thought that was the right match to kick the show off. In my opinion, that was the match of the night. Rollins beating Ziggler and recapturing the Intercontinental title. From that, Ronda Rousey squashed Alexa Bliss. She won the Raw Women's title. Charlotte won the triple threat, and Becky turned heel. I know a lot of people were kind of upset that Charlotte won. A lot of people were upset that Charlotte even got inserted into this program at all. But coming out of SummerSlam and looking at SmackDown yesterday on Tuesday, I think it makes better sense for Charlotte to be the champion going into this women's pay-per-view, which I now find is in October, at the end of October, October 30th. I think it makes better sense to have Charlotte go in as the champion and Becky coming in as the heel chasing her. Because since watching SmackDown this past Tuesday, I'm kind of getting invested in this feud. And I think it's probably best for Becky to be the chaser and the heel and eventually win the title from Charlotte come this Women's Evolution pay-per-view. But knowing WWE, they'll probably blow their load and put it on the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Because Carmella has her rematch next Tuesday on SmackDown, which I think that match should have been for Hell in a Cell. And then the Becky Charlotte saved for the Evolution pay-per-view. But we'll see where it goes. What else? Oh, AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Love that match at SummerSlam, in my opinion. That was the second best match of the card, or second best match of the night. That feud ended abruptly. Joe, being the awesome heel that he is, I said it since day one. Joe is the best heel and that overall company. I know some people might disagree with that and say that that award goes to Tommaso Ciampa, which I do agree. Tommaso Ciampa is definitely up there, and I would probably put him second to Joe. Some people may even put him at first. But in terms of just the main roster, I think there's no better heel on the main roster than Samoa Joe right now. The guy is just so intense. He knows how to get under the skin. He brings a big fight feel to everything that he's involved in, and that's what I always loved about Samoa Joe. And to have him in this feud with AJ Styles, I'm enjoying it. The match at SummerSlam that they had ended due to some trigger words Joe was giving out. AJ got furious, hit Joe with a chair. Match got thrown out as disqualification. AJ still champ. I'm okay with this because that means this feud can continue. I said it in my preview, SummerSlam preview. This didn't fit the build to the pay-per-view for between Joe and AJ didn't feel like it was the right time to put the strap on Joe. That I felt that Joe was a much bigger feud. He was much bigger than just a one-off at SummerSlam, that I could see these guys going at it for, 2 or 3 programs, expanding over, the next couple of months, maybe throughout the duration of this year. It just didn't feel right to me. The go home show segment between Joe and Styles felt like to me that this feud was just starting. It's about to kick off. And coming out of SummerSlam to this past Tuesday, I'm glad that I was right about that, because this feud is going to go on forward. And what better way to have these two go at it with this type of feud that's being built and the animosity at Hell in a Cell, and hopefully Joe ends up getting the strap. I think it's time. I love it. I love this feud. I love where it's going. Then we get on to the main event. Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. This match was short and sweet, and I think that was probably the best thing about it. I've heard some rumors that originally this match was supposed to be 20 minutes long, maybe 22 tops, but Vince cut it short down to 5 minutes, doing what he did, how the booking decision was made, to keep it short and sweet, get Roman in there to get the belt, get out, fade to black. I think that was the right choice, the right decision. I think Braun Strowman teasing the cash in, I think that was brilliant booking on WWE's part. I would give them credit for that. Because a lot of people are going to shit on this match anyway. A lot of people do not want to see Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for this makes the 4th or 5th time now. No one wanted to see this match at all. And I think by having Braun Strowman come out there, saying he's going to cash him Money in the Bank, but he's going to sit and wait, and whoever wins, he'll cash in and face him face to face. That kept people's butts glued to the seats. And by them doing what they did with Braun getting attacked, and then and then Brock being distracted, and Roman capitalized on that by hitting him with the spear, and letting the strap. I thought was smart booking. They did what they needed to do. At the end of the day, the strap is off Brock. That is top priority. I'm a Roman Reigns fan. I like Roman Reigns. I don't mind Roman Reigns being the champion. I do think it's kind of ridiculous how long they've been prolonging this. But I mean, the guy hasn't been top champion in like 3 years, or 2 years actually. So, it is what it is. At the end of the day, the belt is back on the main show. It's back on Raw. Speaking of Raw, the next night we had an excellent match between Finn Balor and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns issued an open challenge. He handpicked Finn Balor to be his opponent. Excellent match. I don't know why, but I think from out of all the matches that they've had, they've only had 3 matches that we know of to date. The day that Balor first debuted, and they had like a number 1 contender match, I think like a year ago, and then just this past Monday night, Balor and Roman Reigns have chemistry, and I don't know for what reason why they won't put these two guys like in an actual program where one guy is chasing the other as champion, because these guys can go, and I think they have good chemistry in the ring. Despite all that, Balor lost, so I guess we can say now, after 2 years, Balor finally got his shot that he was entitled to, since, never really losing the title when he first won it at SummerSlam 2 years ago. Braun Strowman teases a cash in, and right before the bell gets about to get rid of the ring, Ambrose and Rollins, come out in Shield gear, and all 3 members of the Shield destroyed Braun Strowman, or beat him down, however you want to paraphrase that. It was kind of cool, but honestly, too, like, I don't know, it was kind of weird at the same token, because it was just like, what's going on here? And some people coming out of it, I've seen some people's reactions, and some of them think like maybe the Shield are heels, because Roman did act kind of cocky-ish once he had the backing of Rollins and Ambrose. They did seem kind of heelish. I don't know. I'm going to reserve my judgment on that until next Monday. But it was kind of strange, just kind of saying like the Shield, like, oh, they're reforming. I kind of thought about it. Don Tony brought it out, and I had the exact same thoughts, actually. That's why I wish I would have made this video before, because I've been like, hey, I said it first. But he brought out the point that I thought as well, that they're bringing back the Shield because they never really had a good run. When the Shield came back late last year, it was like a 2-month stint. It didn't last that long. Roman Reigns got sick. Then shortly after that, Dean Ambrose got injured. That took him out for like 7 to 9 months. So the Shield's reunion was kind of a bust last year. And there were some new merchandise and everything. So now kind of the gears are turning. Maybe they want to renew the Shield to kick off and finish what they couldn't finish last year because of the injuries and stuff like that, as well as all the merchandise that they had backed up probably back then in fall. They're like, we got all the Shield merchandise. it's on hold because Roman got sick and now Ambrose is injured. Let's just bust it out and make some money. Which in that case, I can't really blame them. I mean, if the Shield merchandise was the merchandise that they had locked up and they were going to plan to sell originally back in the fall, it's like, okay, yeah, let's sell this merchandise now because we have like thousands of T-shirts and other merchandise of Shield that just probably been locked up and stored away because the Shield's return had kind of been a bust. Let's make some money off of it now since we got Ambrose back. So it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see if the Shield, if they heals, or just, to see Braun Strowman, kind of go through Ambrose and go through Rollins just to get to Roman and cash in that briefcase because the bell didn't ring, so he still is the holder of the Money in the Bank briefcase. So I think this fall, I think it's going to be interesting. I think already Roman Reigns being champion, they've already got some stuff set up. I don't care about them using Shield as a cushion so Roman Reigns won't get booed. That's probably a case too as a cover-up. That is the obvious. But for whatever reason, it's interesting to have the Shield back. I'm kind of scratching my head about it, but it might make sense because they're bringing him back because the first return of the Shield was a bust due to injuries. So we'll see where they go with this. You guys let me know what you thought about SummerSlam. What you thought about Raw, the foregone conclusions, pushing SummerSlam after SummerSlam. Oh, NXT. This isn't an NXT review, but I'll just get my quick thoughts on it. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 4. Amazing show. One of the best shows. I would probably say it rivals their Royal Rumble TakeOver show this year, which I thought was one of the best TakeOvers so far. So we'll see where they go with Tommaso Ciampa. But yeah, wrestling this weekend was pretty solid from WWE. They gave some good shows. You guys let me know what you think in the box below. Do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button, and like this video. Peace out.